Welcome back to Organist Launchpad, and we're going to be talking about collaboration.
Yeah, as an organist, you're probably not going to just be working on your own all the time, but one of the things we do very much is collaborate. We're brothers, we're from the UK, and we perform together all the time. But when we're not just playing instruments together, we're actually travelling together, we're creating media together, and all our work is together. And it's a wonderful opportunity if you can get to work with people, to have someone to bounce off, because it not only does it give you feedback and a sort of a relevance to what you're doing of ideas, but also it gives you a sort of an artistic way to bounce off somebody, so you can see if what you're doing is good, and you get a bit more feedback as well.
Yeah, I think we kind of keep the enthusiasm going between us as well. So I think that's really important to have kind of someone else to do that with. I mean, we're very fortunate because we have quite a wide range of skills that we both have individually that we can bring together. So I do all my multimedia kind of recording, filming, and also play the piano, and you have all your kind of arranging skills as well, which you use for the duo. Yeah. So if there's anything in your skill set which is missing, you can develop that yourself. But if you think, well, it's missing, well, find someone who you can collaborate with, and you'll find that that can really help in terms of your artistic pursuit in reaching a wide audience.
Yeah, and everything we've talked about on this Launchpad has been about how to enhance your career. And we started off with the very basic idea of how can people have a career like ours. And if you said to us we had to start again today, how would we do it? I have absolutely no idea.
I would collaborate with you, Jonathan.
Yeah, all the things we've done. So we were thinking, we looked back at everything we've done over the past 25 years, say, even though we don't look old enough, of course.
Of course.
We looked at all these things we've done, and we've worked with orchestras, brass bands, choirs. You might be a rehearsal accompanist for a choir, you might be the organist for a choir, you can go and work academically, all these sort of different roles. I mean, I spent a long time just playing piano concertos and piano recitals before coming back to playing the organ more. But even if your dream is to be the world's most famous concert organist, in the meantime, before you reach that goal, you can aim for that. That's great to do that and have a real dream of what you would like to do in an ideal world. The practicalities of it are that you're probably going to have to work with other people, other organisations, and generally have a job in some ways, really.
I mean, I worked academically. I lectured in electroacoustic composition. I did a PhD at the University of Manchester, and so that was great, to add that to kind of everything that we do as well. Yeah. But having said that, I think that collaborating is basically just so important for everything we do. And I think don't ever be frightened of doing something for the first time or working with someone for the first time in something which you've not done before. Mm-hmm. If someone calls you up to play, let's say, a keyboard part, let's say the celeste, or maybe even the harmonium, because I know that happened in your case.
Yeah.
If you turn down opportunities, you just never know what might happen.
It's about having the skills and being given the opportunity. So many years ago, I was asked to play the harmonium for the BBC for a set of recordings, and I'd never played a harmonium in my life. And they said, "Do you play the harmonium?" And I said, "Yes." So I turned up, had a go on it, realised you pump it with your feet, and played it. And I played it on the recording session, and it all went well, luckily. And since then, I've done that and had a lot of work. We've been to the Berlin Opera House with harmonium and things like that. But it was a strange opportunity whereby, once you're given that opportunity and asked to do something, you need to also have the skill to turn up and have the confidence that you can do the job, or they won't ask you again. But from that, you meet the conductor of an orchestra, say, they remember that you played that instrument for that, and they then get you to do something else. And if you do something like that, it relates to the pipe organ, they realise you're an organist as well. And if you're in an orchestra, you probably end up playing for singers' solo rehearsals, because as an organist, you have a unique skill set. You can probably transpose well, you can probably score, read, and the amount of times I've been sat there and the conductor's given me a full 25-line score and expected me just to sight read it is many, many times. But if you have the skill to do that or learn to do it and enhance your skills, you'll get lots of opportunities. And if you're heading towards being a solo organist, opportunities will come along.
Yeah, absolutely. The more people that you meet, the more people you work with, the more that's the bigger the network, and that is really key for creating those opportunities as a performer.
Yeah, you want people to remember you for the right reasons, really. So when you go and do something, you get the opportunity to go and perform a concerto you don't know. If someone says, "Do you know this?" don't say, "Yes, I do," when you know you've got no chance of learning it in 3 days' time.
Yeah. But if you can do it and you think you can do it, I would just say, just go for it. You know, that's the main thing.
That's the thing. And so for us, we collaborate together all the time, as we've said. And so when we travel, we do concerts. But your collaboration will be in many different ways. You'll be collaborating with organisations as well. We've talked a lot about social media and events and marketing. So if you can collaborate with people and learn how their different backgrounds work, because as an organist, you might not be working with agencies who arrange everything for you. If you can work out how the world works in terms of marketing, media, and help people who are trying to arrange events, you'll do so much better and be able to help them in what they need as subjects and skills from you.
Yeah.
And also, I think that the important thing when you're going out there performing is also to be professional when you turn up, when you collaborate together with people. Look what other people do. Look at how they dress, what they wear. Different sorts of cultures and places have different ways of working. I've performed a lot in places like Taiwan, and we've just been to Singapore and the Far East. And the amazing thing we always learn there is that we even rehearse the bowing before the concert and things like that. So the whole sort of stage presence, and by that collaboration, we've learned this amazing thing that how you get to the instrument, how you prepare for the concert, how you show everything is a really important thing. So collaboration, you will learn a lot as well as be able to make contacts with people.
Yeah, just work with as many people as you can and just enjoy that kind of just getting together with people and being creative.
Yeah, but you'll also realise over the years that the easiest part is probably the turning up and actually playing, because organising travel, getting to places, and all these sorts of things are the most difficult things. So the most important part of any person's career is to have the skills to do what you've set out that you're going to do and what you say you do. And you'll find that if you think you're going to be doing an organ concert, that will be just the very easy part. Getting to the place, arranging rehearsal, the travel, meeting people, sending biographies, everything like that is the most difficult part. And so through collaboration, you'll be able to see how other people work at that and what they do as well.
Yeah, something that you'll never stop learning about.
So I hope that's given you some ideas about collaboration and how it can help enhance your career and give you some ideas.
Yeah, I think we've spoken about a really kind of a broad range of topics. Yeah. It's been really interesting to talk about them and have this conversation. I suppose one of the main things, really going back to it, if we could summarise everything, is basically define what you do, you know, and define those skills that you do and how you might develop them.
Yeah, tell people who you are, what you do, get that out there, create media.
Yeah, create media and share your musical journey with as many people as possible.
And do it with quality and consistency.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is to keep going, you know, that's it. I mean, if you stop, then no one's going to kind of see you do anything anymore.
Think someone said some very good words to you once.
Yeah, I've got a good quote that someone said to me. They said, "You've got to remember it's a tough business, but if you give up too soon, you'll never know what might have been."